Hi everyone and welcome to this Grace Note. Today I want to talk to those of you that are wanting to really be of service and working with clients regularly. And what I want to talk about today is drawing clients to you. And there are two key things that I see as very important and very central to really drawing people, opportunities, ideas to us. But particularly for those of you that are in the realm of trying to get your business started or trying to, do well in something new, or maybe those of you that are more seasoned, once you're in a business, the whole job does become drawing people to you. Now, the reason I'm being very deliberate in saying drawing clients to you is that it is the complete opposite to going out and getting clients. I know that that's language that's familiar and it's language that's used, but there is an energy behind that. When you're going out to get clients, to get something, it kind of involves a lot of your input and action and energy. And I don't know about you, but depending on your state of mind on any given day, some days you might feel like going out to get clients, and other days you might find that you would rather lie on the couch all day. So I want to talk to you really about a different way, a way that doesn't require you to master big marketing campaigns or to use, ungraceful sales techniques. I want to talk to you about really what you've got. Number one, there are two key things, but number one, what you've got that draws people to you, because it's so inherent in you and so attractive and it's so not necessary to even shout it out to the world, because people just feel it to you and feel it, from you. And what that is it's your invisible marketing, right? Like, your invisible marketing is really that essence that we feel from you, that we just trust you, we just know you're the one for us, we just get a sense of you. And what I have seen is that our invisible marketing grows louder without us having to do anything really, the more we're living in a space of well-being. People are drawn to your level of well-being. People are connected to that source within you. And so I guess it's a kind of a spiritual marketing, if you like. It's not something you scream about and make Facebook adverts about and, write emails about. It's a feeling we get from you. And everybody on the planet can feel what level of well-being you're at. They can feel it when you're in your true essence, when you're not chaotic and stressed, when your state of mind is up. Just as they can feel it when your state of mind is down, if you're all over the place, you're not really connected to your offers or your message, people feel it. And it's kind of like when you see someone walking down the street and they're coming towards you, you kind of just know who's connected and well, and who's lost in a world of, perhaps insecure thought or not at their best. So the first thing to really drawing people to you is to just be in your well-being, to go for well-being more of the time. Now, when I talk about well-being, I don't mean just go and have more massage and pedicures and manicures. I mean, I think self-care is great, but what I've noticed over time is the more I've been at home in myself, the less I've needed self-care practices, remedies, things to sort of give me a quick boost. And so it's being home in self. It's being connected to self, being connected to the message you're bringing into the world. That does the heavy work for you. That does the marketing for you a lot of the time. That's not to say you wouldn't write your emails or do your webinars or, you know, show up at events and share your services. It's just to say, when you're sharing from that place of home and self, that place of deep well-being, people just, they're attracted to it. They want more of it. They can't put their finger on it, but they want you in their lives. Even if you haven't quite clearly and beautifully demonstrated exactly what's on offer, people just get you. So I think there's a lot of hope in that. And I'm seeing a lot of results in my own business around this and my clients' businesses around this. You know, this idea of going out and getting clients is over, you know, and it's unnecessary. You know, if you've been struggling and it's felt effortful and you've wanted to give up and you've just wondered why you're bothering, you know, those are really good feedbacks right there that, you know, there's another way to do it. That is not the way that is the right way or the successful way. Now, whilst I agree there's an element of putting yourself out there, being visible, sharing what you've got, being clear in your communication, what I find is that when we're in our well-being, we want to do that anyway. We naturally want to share it with others. We find ourselves becoming engaged with our work and our marketing and our selling and our coaching and our sharing and whatever it is, whatever business it is you're in. We just get naturally engaged. One of the results of being in a high level of well-being more of the time is that, you know, you get fresh thought, you get fresh ideas, and you find yourself acting on them rather than sitting on the couch wondering about what to do with them. It's just how we're wired. We're wired for that success. Now, the second factor that I have seen that really is another key to drawing clients to you is having a desire to serve. You know, so many women and people that I speak to, they kind of, sometimes they're so exhausted that they just don't have that desire to serve. And you've got to know what season you're in. You know, if you're not in your highest level of well-being, if you're not feeling very much like you've got something to give right now because it's just about all you can do to give to yourself, then the desire to serve might be a little diminished. And what I have seen is that this desire to serve, this hunger to be of service, this thing that just rises up within you, it's a necessary factor to drawing clients in. You know, it's a necessary direction to be going in. And if you're not in that place and you're expecting yourself to be, you know, receiving clients and upping your income and doing what you love, I just want you to take a moment to check in with yourself. Because I can tell you that as you give to self, as you prioritize coming back home in self, back to a place of deep well-being, that natural desire to share and serve will awaken. It's just how we're wired. We just want to share it. And so just sort of have your own check-in, your self-check-in. You know, where are you at? Are you expecting yourself to be really, really successful when you don't have really anything much to give energetically right now? Are you expecting yourself to really support others when your own level of well-being is not at its best, your own state of mind is up and down and all around? And just, you know, just be gentle with yourself if you're in that space. I've been in that space many times in my 4 years in this business, you know, it kind of started to get a lot less erratic and a lot less, you know, a lot less of the off mode as I came home to self, as I started to see beyond the illusions of my thinking, as I started to give to self with a capital S. And in that refueling, it really supported the invisible marketing that I didn't even know was going on. And it really fueled me up to serve more people and to serve more deeply and to have more impact. So whatever you're hearing in this Grace Note today, you know, feel free to comment below. Feel free to be in touch. But ultimately what I'm sharing here is that your two key factors to drawing clients to you, instead of you having to go out and sort of you know, be in battle every day with getting clients or using big expensive marketing campaigns, is to live more from that place of well-being, that innate well-being within you. And I know for me, that naturally came to the surface as I began to understand the role of thought. And you hear me talk about that a lot. As I began to see that I was no longer at the mercy of my insecure thinking, then what happened for me was I really felt that I came back home to self. And I stopped living in this place of on or off, insecurity or overinflated confidence, and came back to center. And I love helping clients do that. I love helping clients understand the role of thought and helping them get their own insights and see the principles behind effortless success. Because it's there that we just come back home to that level of well-being that's incredibly attractive to the world. And the second factor is, as I've mentioned, know where your desire to serve is. Maybe rate yourself between 1 and 10. Where are you on that scale of, yes, I really want to serve? Because there is something about that deep desire, or even that gentle desire, doesn't even have to be deep, that draws people to us, that is felt energetically, that sends us in a direction of doing what we have to do, doing what comes to us to do, sharing more of ourselves with the world, however that comes to us. And sooner or later, your clients are there. Sooner or later, your opportunities are in front of you. And then your job is simply to act on them and to do the best you possibly could do. So I hope that's been helpful. And, you know, let me know what you're hearing, what you're taking away from this one. And for those of you that might like some deeper support around coming back home to that level of well-being and exploring invisible marketing, spiritual marketing, and and really delving into the principles behind effortless success, so you can be drawing clients to you regularly in your new business, then you can have a look at the link below, where you'll see that I have a particular offer for that type of exploration, and that might be of interest to you going forward. If you'd like to have a look, and feel free to be in touch if that speaks to you. In the meantime, I wish you a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope this Grace Note has been helpful. Lots of love. Ciao.